Hi everybody, it's Jen again, and today we're going to be talking about coming out and some of the challenges that we face doing that, and basically what happened to me when I came out. I'm still in the process of coming out actually, so we're going to talk about some of the things that we'll come across. So basically, my parents know, my brother knows, some cousins, some really close friends, and that's about it. I still have the aunts and the uncles, and a bunch of other friends that I need to tell. So far, so good. I wouldn't say it was perfect, but my mom's the only one that's kind of really taking it hard. And I think it's for the fact that I was her baby and her pride and joy. So it's a shock. You need to remember that we're not the only ones transitioning. Our whole family's transitioning with us. They need to basically change. As we change into the person that we want to be, they got to change with us. So, if they're not really super supportive right away, give it time. Let them absorb all the information. Let them get used to the idea, and if they mess up the first couple of times, we're not using the proper pronouns or your proper name, don't get upset right away. You have to remember that they're so used to calling you by those pronouns and by that name, it might take a while. I'm not going to say that it's always going to be easy and it's always going to be, everybody's going to be super supportive. I haven't ran into anybody that hasn't been supportive, um, but I'm expecting it. So if you do run into somebody who's not really supportive, just give them their space. Don't try and force the topic. It might make things worse. It's not easy. Trust me, I love my mom, and it's it's pretty rough not being able to talk to her and kind of discuss my transition. So, but I'm giving it time. I'm giving it space. Um, but when you do start to transition, remember it's going to take time. And make sure you have a support system already in place. Be it friends on Facebook that you've met, other people that are transitioning, support groups in the city that you're from. All these things are important before starting transition, before coming out, because there's going to be rough times. There's going to be times that you're going to need a shoulder to cry on, and that's where you're going to get it from. You need to have that support group that'll be there for you, because it's not always going to be easy. It's not always going to be, rainbows and butterflies and all that stuff. It's going to be hard at times. So make sure that before you just blurt it out to everybody, make sure you have somebody you can rely on, you can talk to, that'll be there for those rough times. And don't, it's not easy. It's not easy to say, this is what I'm going to do. It's hard because there's so many questions that go through your mind, and there's so many things that you worry about. But at the end of the day, you have to make yourself happy. You need to be able to do what you need to do to be able to look at yourself in the mirror and say, this is who I am. So I know everyone's going to get there. Some people take longer than others. I'm 30 years old. It took me 30 years, almost 31 years, to say, this is what I want to do. This is who I am. This is who I'm going to be. But never give up. There's moments where I was like, should I really be doing this? And then when I was really happy, it's when it all made sense. I've been the happiest I've ever been. Um, but it's worth it. It's not easy. It isn't. I'm not going to sugarcoat. I'm not going to say, do it. It's super easy. It's not. It's not. It's scary. It's hard. But in the end, it's worth it. So there's a lot of things you need to take into consideration um, before you start transitioning, before you come out and you tell everybody. Um, but we'll cover that stuff in another video. So basically, when you're coming out, just make sure that you don't force it onto anybody. You need people. You need to give people time to kind of absorb it and understand what's going on, because you've been living with it your whole life. but they're just finding out. So just be careful how you word it, and just don't forget that we're all beautiful, and I love every one of you that is going through the same challenges that I am, and the people that are past those challenges, and people who are just starting too. I love everybody, and I hope I'll see you guys next time. And that's it.